The will reading began at noon. Sunlight poured through the arched windows like interrogation lights, too bright for a room full of liars. My wife sat beside her mother, chin lifted, that same sharp smile she wore when she thought she'd already won. I used to mistake it for grace. Now I saw what it truly was: control. The lawyer cleared his throat, shuffling papers that weren't supposed to matter. Her father had always said I'd inherit the company, his only trusted son. But he was dead now, and trust had died with him. When she spoke, her voice didn't tremble. "Your time at the company has come to an end," she said. "I'm replacing you with my lover." Her lover smiled, arrogant, younger, a man who mistook charm for power. "That's right, sweetheart," he said, resting a hand on her thigh. Her mother's laughter cut through the room like a knife. "He doesn't deserve a cent." I didn't move, didn't blink, because I'd already seen this scene play out in my mind, weeks ago. The lawyer hesitated, his hand trembling as he picked up a sealed envelope. My envelope. He opened it, scanned the contents, and his laughter broke the air, low, disbelieving, then sharp as a gunshot. "Oh," he murmured, "this is good." Their faces drained of color, and I sat perfectly still, watching their world shift beneath them. It started 3 months earlier, a forgotten email, a strange invoice, a transfer from her father's trust, signed not by him, but by her. I didn't question it aloud, not then. I'd spent years in silence, learning her patterns, the gentle deceit, the manipulation hidden in affection. She was precise, beautifully cruel. The company had been my life, built from nothing, and yet I saw her fingerprints on every decision, every connection her lover conveniently happened to secure. I remember watching them once from across a boardroom reflection, her hand brushing his, quick, practiced. Everyone else missed it. I didn't. That night she kissed me like nothing had changed. I kissed her back like everything had. I began collecting evidence, not to confront her, but to understand her. There's a difference. Phone logs, bank transfers, emails with subject lines that read like confessions without context. I learned her schedule, her lies, her rehearsed guilt. She'd whisper in her sleep sometimes, his name, not mine. It used to cut, then it started to amuse me. Her father's health declined. I handled everything, his care, his documents, his estate. She was never there, but she always asked about paperwork. When he died, she didn't cry. She poured champagne. I did too, quietly, for a different reason. Because by then, I already knew. Knew she'd forged his last amendment. Knew the board would follow her lead once I was gone. Knew she'd built her empire on a lie I could bury her with. So I let her plan. I let her think she was smarter, and I waited. 2 days before the will reading, I met the lawyer privately. We reviewed the real document, the one she never knew existed. Her father had sent me a handwritten letter 3 weeks before he died. He'd seen what she was doing. He'd changed everything. All assets, all shares, all rights, to me. But that wasn't the part that mattered. The part that mattered was what I added before sealing the envelope for the reading. A notarized confession. Hers. I'd recorded her. One night she thought I was asleep. Her voice, soft and intoxicated, whispering to her lover, "Once he's out, we'll have it all." When the lawyer read my letter aloud, the color drained from her face. Her mother's lips parted in horror. The lover looked for an exit that didn't exist. I said nothing, just watched, as the silence in that room turned into punishment. She followed me into the hallway after. "Please," she whispered, "you don't understand." I stopped, turned slowly. "I understand perfectly," I said. I handed her the copy of the will. My name on every line that used to be hers. Then the letter. Her voice on the page, word for word. She reached for me. I stepped back. You wanted to take everything, I said quietly, so I let you. I just made sure you didn't know what everything meant. Her knees gave out before I walked away. The sound was small, almost delicate. I didn't attend the board meeting the next week. She did. They asked her to leave halfway through. The lover disappeared. Her mother called once. I didn't answer. The house is quiet now. I sit where her father once sat, looking out over the city she thought she could own. It's strange. Revenge doesn't feel like triumph. It feels like stillness, like silence after thunder. I used to think love was built on trust. Now I know it's built on timing. And I waited long enough to let her destroy herself. I opened the last letter from her father, his handwriting still steady, his final line underlined twice. The truth always finds its way home. He was right, and tonight it's sitting here, quiet, breathing, in me.